Hello, everybody. My name is Jürgen Morse, and welcome to a new episode of XR Frontier. You recognize these things. A lot of my most experienced people are going to retire, and I have to bring in on board a lot of new people. I can't find the skills or the skill set in the people that I need to hire anymore. So I'm hiring now a different, let's say, a lower level of skills to do the same job in the future. Well, extended reality might be an answer to train them and get them to where you want them to be, to where you need them to be, and to secure your spot and your future competitiveness. Now, let's see why. There have been many studies looking at why extended reality is such a good tool in training. And I give you some of them. You get enhanced learning engagement because you bring with virtual reality people in a real environment. They're not studying something from a book or seeing something in a picture. They're in there and they are experiencing things. They can learn at their own pace. They can learn risk-free certain tasks and repetitively, meaning some person has to do a task and learns it by doing it 5 times. Other people need 50 times. Now they can do that before they actually have to do it. Maybe in your standard program it was 10 times for everybody. Now somebody who needs some more repetitive testing, repetitive learning, can do it 50 times at their own pace. You can do it on demand, especially when you are full continuously operational, 365 days, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Typically there are moments when it's a lot more quiet and where you can on demand train something. You're not linked to that's only in a day classroom, or my tutor is not here so I can only do it at that time. No, you can do it whenever you want. It means you can also scale it. You're not linked to one teacher anymore, one classroom setting. No, you can scale it to a lot of people, especially when it's a training you have to do over and over again. And last but not least, you can also gain a lot of data insight. Data insight for you as an employer, but also for you as an employee. How do I learn? How does a certain person learn? Are they more practical? Are they more active in virtual reality, mixed reality, augmented reality? Everybody is different. Everybody is a person. Everybody is an individual, meaning we also have our own individual learning styles. This is something that we have to accept as an employee, but also as an employer, we have to accept that. Now, before you start embarking in such a journey, you have to think about some really important aspects. And one of them is, do I have my infrastructure? Do I have infrastructure for that? How do I set up my infrastructure? What am I going to do with the hardware? Am I going to stay strictly to virtual reality, or am I going to extend the reality broad? How is my ecosystem? Do I have already something? Can I connect it to a certain ecosystem, or will it be something that will be completely standalone? One virtual reality training standing out there, that's it. And what about my people? Do I have the knowledge to do this on my own and build it on my own? Are my people ready to do this? Did I take them on the journey? Those are some aspects that you have to look at from when you want to embark on this journey and deploying that. That's one thing. But most important is, what are you going to do with the content? How are you going to get the content? Are you going to make it content that is independent from everything else that you do? Or, like I said before, you're going to integrate it in your existing ecosystem. When you integrate it in your existing ecosystem, chances that you will be successful and chances that it becomes efficient and a lot cheaper will be a lot higher. When you have a standalone training, after 2 years, it is aged, it is not up to date anymore, and it costs a lot of money to redo it. When you integrate it into your ecosystem, a lot of times the ecosystem moves along, training moves along, you can learn your people how to work with that. So this is also something. The topic that is important, you have to manage, and that is manageable, but you should not forget it's privacy and security and what you're going to do with the data. And then you start looking at from, okay, what are the first use cases that I want to tackle? You can stick to this use case approach, and my fear is it will not be the most efficient approach. Or you can say from now, I take the ecosystem approach. The ecosystem is, I will do and roll out extended reality throughout everything that I do. And one aspect of that is training the workforce with all of these pillars of extended reality, meaning virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality. I hope I gave you a little bit more insight on why extended reality could be an answer for your training problems, what topics that you have to focus upon. And the overall strategy that you should not forget is make sure your ecosystem is part of it. See you next time in another episode of Extended Reality or XR Frontier. Bye bye.